this quote, this is a confusing time, but fear is a mind killer. This gets us into the purpose that we are bringing to work and how that applies to our career goals. What does this quote mean?
It means have the courage to believe in yourself. We all have a killer instinct. We all do. You don't have to be an athlete to have a killer instinct. We all have it. You have to recognize it and you have to honor it. And you have to say, what is my truth? Right? That's what carries you through difficult times, whether they're personal or professional. I spent a long time believing what other people thought about me, like seeking others' opinions about how I performed or what I'm capable of. And you know who knows what I'm capable of? Me. Fear will paralyze you. It is very paralyzing. It's divisive. It's a little like how you describe depression. How you hear depression described, which is it's like a jail with 3 open walls, right? And it will prevent you from leaving and finding, your own path and to fulfill your capability. One of the things I spend the most time, not only in my business, but outside of my business, is actually mentoring. And one thing is true over and over again. And it doesn't matter if it's teenagers and high schoolers, or if it's young adults or adults that are changing jobs and are trying to really figure it out. That is the number one thing that holds people back, is the fear that they don't have the ability to execute. They don't have a skill. They're not good enough. Eventually, when we tell ourselves something enough, we'll believe it. One of my favorite things is believing in somebody when they don't believe in themselves, and then being around when they finally realize it wasn't me that did anything. They just woke up and said, I'm good enough. I can do this and I'm not afraid. And I think that is what I mean by fear is a mind killer. It actually dumbs your senses down. It prevents you from being creative. It prevents you from taking the next step when it prevents you from going through the window when the door closes. It can be soul crushing. And so I guess my parting thoughts are on this: face your fear, go through it, write it down. My guess is you'll realize that everything you ever needed to get through times like these, especially when there's so much conflicting information and we don't know what to believe. Everybody says, believe the science. What the hell is the science? What's the science? Somebody tell me where all the science is, because you go look for it and it is also very conflicting. You have to trust yourself and you have to trust your gut, period.